Hi, everyone. So it's still January and everyone's on the health kick.
Right.
Or trying to be and not fall off too far. So I wanted to say I'm not on track as much as I wanted to be, but wow, have I gotten some great results. So I'm excited. And that's one thing, right? You can do some things and fall off track a little bit, but because they work so well, you can still get results, right?
100%.
And then there are other things you can do that, maybe they do work or they don't work or they're so bad for you or, you know what I'm trying to say. And there are people who just fall off track and then they balloon up and they're like completely devastated. They're in worse shape than they were than when they started.
Mm-hmm.
And the big one that a lot of people are telling me about that they love is this 3-day juice cleanse or this 5-day juice cleanse. And I go, oh! Like, I would never recommend a juice cleanse to anyone. And then they come back at me and they say, but I feel better than ever. And I don't have a lot of tact and skill. And you being the master coach that you are, and you're so tactful. So you tell them what I'm thinking on the inside. So let's go.
So I'm going to start by saying that people often go on something like a juice cleanse after a period of debauchery, so to speak. So, after
eating whatever the heck they
right,
want, doing
eating,
whatever
drinking,
they want, like just
going
nuts. Crazy.
Okay,
yes?
So people go on this juice cleanse, and one of the things that happens immediately is we're taking a lot of the junk out of the diet. Of course you're going to feel better. You're taking a lot of the junk out of the diet. You also are providing some type of vitamins and minerals and nutrients, which a lot of the junk has been preventing from happening. So yes, there are some benefits to a juice cleanse. However, when nature gives us a food, and this is how I always go about it with people, I'll say, you can choose to do a fast, and if you want to do a fast or you want to play around with intermittent fasting, come and talk to us. We'll tell you how to do it properly. So you can do a fast of eating nothing, or you can eat foods to support your body to cleanse itself. Our bodies are made to detox. Our bodies are made to cleanse. Why are you doing the juice detox to start with? Well, my digestive system needs a break. No, your digestive system doesn't really need a break. It's meant to work, but it's meant to work properly with the right nutrients or not work at all. Like, giving it juice is not a break.
So people are confused because, as you know, I'm a medical doctor, mm-hmm. and some of you know that too. And, when I did regular medicine, and a lot of patients face this with their doctors now, so they ask their doctors about detoxing. And if you look in my past posts, I posted some article written by some educated person on what a bunch of baloney detoxing is. And it means that they just haven't kept up with the science. So when we're talking about detoxing, we're talking about, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, we're lowering the body's exposure to toxins. We're reducing the amount of toxic molecules coming into your body, and then we're facilitating the elimination and processing out of your body these molecules. Now, the thing about juicing, it's like
it doesn't do it.
Juicing does not do that, okay? So when you put shit in your body, you're going to feel like shit. Pardon my French, okay? You put great gas in your car, you're going to feel amazing, and your car's going to drive well for a long time. So I like that analogy for you to really understand that what you put into your body is what you get out. Now, juicing is pure sugar, and it's devoid of all these nutrients that Michael mentioned of food in its natural form. You're extracting some vitamins and minerals. You're extracting all of the sugar and the water. Mm-hmm. But you're discarding everything else that's useful to you. And when I teach patients to eat, I say to them, eat food the way God, and if you're not religious, then the way Mother Nature made it. And if it doesn't look like God or Mother Nature made it, don't eat it. It means pasta is not the way God made it. Okay? Pizza is not the way God made it. Bread, okay, it's biblical, but it's not the way God made it. God made the grain. And today, we don't even have grain the way God made it. We've genetically modified it and added chemicals and processed it. And changed it all. And so it's not the way God made it. And that's my issue with genetically modified foods. So if you're to eat the way God made it or the way Mother Nature made it, juicing is not that. And I don't have juice in my house. My children don't get juice, right? It's because I would rather them eat the fruit. And now I want you to talk about glycemic index for one, and then the rest of what you have to say about juicing.
So as Dr. Aya said, when we juice the fruit, we take some of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Some of them are attached to the fiber of the fruit. So those that's the pulp, right? That you throw away in the juice. But all of the sugar and all of the water comes out. So what are we getting? We know through the science that if you don't have enough protein, your body cannot restore and regenerate. Period. We know if you do not have enough fat, there are many functions in the body that cannot work. Your brain, for one of them. Your brain is fat, and that's a good thing, right? Some other places we don't necessarily want it, but your brain we do. The thing that we don't need to survive. Now, note, I'm not saying thrive, I'm saying survive. The thing we do not need to survive is carbohydrate. And when you are going on a juice cleanse, all you are consuming is carbohydrate, and carbohydrate in its worst form, which is simple sugars, which once they get into your bloodstream, once they get into your digestive tract, it doesn't have to do any work. It goes straight into your bloodstream, is absorbed like that. Your blood sugar skyrockets. It goes through the roof, which leaves you feeling absolutely fantastic for 5 minutes. Then it crashes, so you're absolutely exhausted. And what are you doing? You're reaching for something that's going to skyrocket it again, which is why on a juice fast or a juice cleanse, you never have one juice a day. You have multiple juices a day,
6 or 8,
which raises the blood sugar. Plus, over and above that, again, when Mother Nature makes an apple, the fiber in the apple actually allows the body to feel like it's eating. You feel full from an apple. Have you ever seen how much juice one apple makes? This much. You're eating, you end up drinking more than you should. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but it's green juice, it's vegetables, it's healthy. And yes, vegetables are great for us, but have you seen how much kale it takes to make this much kale juice? It takes bunches and bunches.
It doesn't taste good, so then you're adding all the sweetening. So I'm going to just interject here. I saw a patient today. She has recovered from cancer. She's in remission, and she's come to me to prevent her from getting cancer again. And she was telling me that, she did really great when she got diagnosed. She's 40. She had her first child, her only child at 44. And so she's really motivated to stay healthy long term. And she was saying how she ate all organic. She switched to vegetables only, no protein, no fat. And she was juicing and she felt great. And so I said to her, cancer cells have insulin receptors and glucose receptors, right? So they grow in the presence of sugar and insulin. Now, I have talked to you already about insulin being the fat fertilizing hormone. I've talked to you about how we don't want to stimulate insulin through our diet because that's what makes us fat, and that's what makes us sick, that's what promotes diabetes, that's what promotes cancer. So if you think about it, is it natural to juice? No, it's not. It's some person who came up with an idea and it sounded like a good idea. And so people fall on that bandwagon. And that's why I say to you, you have got to educate yourself. And Michal and I focus on the science. There is no science that says you should be juicing. If you want to detox, support your body. I mean, that's why we created the Metabolic Reset 101. We want to educate you on everything that you need to know to determine your health as best health for you. And what that process will do is customize the process, and you'll find out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So you need to find education from the right sources. You need to make sure that you understand that what works for one person is not going to work for you either, right? And this whole bandwagon of juicing, first ask yourself, why am I doing this? What am I looking for? And if it's weight loss, then you can't do weight loss, right, from, I just have to say something. Pardon me, that was an interruption. So if it's weight loss that you're looking for, then find out why are you struggling with your weight loss? What's not working? What is the underlying process that's in your way? Would you agree with that?
100%. And I think this is a much bigger topic than we can cover in a short little live video for sure. What I want you guys to understand, and I think what Dr. I wants you to understand, is if you're choosing to detox, and everybody needs to, the science is clear, our toxic load is way higher than it's ever been, and we need to find a way to remove all of that from our body. So when you're choosing to detox, choose smartly. We'll put a link in the comment sections below about our metabolic reset, and I think I'd like to give everybody, if it's okay with you, a link to purchase one of our products that really supports the body in getting rid of some of the toxins.
So the Metabolic Optimizer, the thing that I drink every day, and it gives me healthy hair, skin, and nails, and everybody loves it because it's a full meal replacement, and it has all the protein that you need to repair your body and your gut.
And the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that you need to support your body in getting rid of what it's bombarded with morning, noon, and night.
Antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, multivitamins, as you said, trace minerals to support hormone production and hormone balancing, and then all the nutrients that your liver needs to process out the toxic molecules that are collecting and in fact are sitting in your fat and promoting fat storage. So when I said ask what's going on and why can you not lose weight, one of the issues is how high your toxic burden is, and fat stores toxins.
Yeah.
So no juicing, because juicing will make you fat. It will stimulate your insulin, and all that sugar is being stored as fat. And just to finish about my patient Susan from this morning, one of the things I showed her through our lab testing was that when she has carbohydrates, 2 hours later, her body is in an accelerated fat storing mode. So not only is she a cancer survivor, juicing and increasing the sugar load and feeding, if there's any cancer cell in her body, it's got insulin and sugar receptors, but now we're showing that 2 hours later she's still in fat storing mode, and she's going to get hungry after that, and the cycle's going to perpetuate. And juicing for her is one of the worst things she could do, even though she feels good on it. And so everything that feels good doesn't mean it's good for you. So that's my take on juicing.
I agree. Have a great day, everyone.
And you all from me too. Bye.